I'm DL and you're watching Leak TV. The business overall is Lachey LLC, but embodied in that corporation is more so a few different businesses, more so with my Microblading and Brow Lounge business located inside Castleton and Greenwood Park Mall. For one, I'm responsive to basically how much it pays, so there's definitely a high ticket service that doesn't really require a lot of clientele to be able to make a really good living. So that avenue I definitely like. To be able to teach to other people, starting with my daughters and others, it was more so just knowing that it was something that a lot of people could probably take advantage of. It didn't require 12 months of school, which is most common where people go to hair school, which I did, but I saw where a lot of my classmates didn't really succeed in doing that, and then there was a lot of people who took out the student loans and started and never finished the course, but yet they were still responsible for the financial burden of the cosmetology school, aesthetic school, and barbering school. So with microblading being licensed under tattooing, it required no prerequisites. So any Joe Blow can just start doing it. If you have a passion for drawing or just have a sense of understanding, it was really, really good money without putting one in such a pickle financially as far as acquiring student loan debt, the time that it will require to go and finish a whole course. My course was only 3 days, and it's affordable where one can kind of put a little bit of money aside from their day-to-day check. I'm taking a couple bruises to where I've lost some, setback, filed bankruptcy, but more or less it's that constant drive of having purpose. So even with that setback, now my purpose becomes, or shifted, and it becomes to where now the purpose and goal is to get back to where I was. So that right there, more than anything, kind of fuels me about as much as success in itself. So you can chase success, but then when you take that setback, which you see in the community where people are incarcerated or car accident, everyone has setbacks. All the setbacks is going to vary from person to person. Although I never had any kind of sense where I've been incarcerated, but my setback has been coming from more or less businesses to where I've probably lost 3-4 years of progress. So now I have to basically double down, work a little bit harder, work a little bit longer, but I really love having that purpose. Of course I could have just shrugged it off and got a job or whatever, but I'm not built like that. So I like whatever purpose of the cards being dealt to me. I like to have that purpose of being able to figure out my problems. Shout out to Midwest Leak. I really, really appreciate the platform that Latina has given basically locals, people who are doing things more so just because that's just the nature of who they are. So I wasn't necessarily looking for any kind of recognition. I'm simply just getting up and doing what I feel like I should be doing. The alternative to doing what I am doing, I think, is rather boring. So I would only want to be doing what I'm doing. So for one to kind of see that from afar and then give recognition to it, I think that in itself is applaudable. Not so much what I'm doing. It's almost like Mother's Day. It's just, it's a mom, and at the same time a mom would just do it just because that's what she would want to do. She chose to do that and love doing it, and then for you to award them, it means that much more. But at the same time, it would be something that I would be doing either way. But I think really Latina and Midwest League Awards and Midwest League Magazine, I think they're the real MVP.